Oh shoot, I'm streaming right now. I thought I had to hit a button. I am so sorry, guys. I'm actually. Oh Christ, I didn't think I was streaming. Okay, well, I guess I could type as I'm talking. I didn't know I can do that. Well, shit. Hey guys, here's another episode of my video log. So let me start off by saying there's been a lot on my mind. Christmas is obviously coming up soon. So I honestly just got done wrapping a bunch of gifts since I work for Santa, which I told when my son was small. Well, this is all the gifts for the household here, and the gifts for Bunny, the gifts for Xavier. Oh, sorry, this line right here, I spilled powdered milk that I was I was using to make something. But yeah, Bunny's gifts are in the car. My son's gifts are in the car. I wanted to send them out today, but I got there late, so I wasn't able to send them out today. So I'll send them out Monday and hope for the best. Even if he gets it like a day late, it's still the weekend. My only hope then will be that his mom gives enough of a hoo-ha to be able to take pictures or at least a video of him playing with his toys. That I got him. I don't care what anybody else got him. Look, I care about him having fun with them, but like, I don't really want to see pictures of him playing with my stuff. So can I? Huh. I think I can actually show you guys. I need to exit out of the editor here and see if I can. Studio mode, add picture. I need to save the picture first. Yeah, it's just gonna be one picture. It is gonna be the picture of all the gifts that I got him. And in order to do that, so I sent them to Bunny because I was wrapping them up by myself while I was watching Graham, and I was like, well, I could wait until tonight to do all the picturing and all that, or I can do it now. Like I finished all the other tasks for her, for Great Graham, so I didn't have to necessarily do much of anything. So I was like, okay, what can I do to kill time? Oh, this would be a perfect use of my time. Rather than saying later, oh, I never have time for stuff. Like lately, it's just been like a lot of like, I've been really stressed about the whole, I never seem to have enough time. Because it seems like when things happen, it's like boom, 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 and I'm done. And I'm like, okay, now it's time for bed. Like I don't really have the time to be able to just be like, yeah, I the 24 hours I'm using wisely. Heck, even today, it's virtually 9 to 9 with like a 2-3 hour break in the middle. But lately it's just on my head, just like, I wish I had more time to do this and do that. Like me and Hunter, we've been playing Cyberpunk and we've been streaming that on Twitch. And if you guys don't know, it's twitch.com/NicholasSerious, all one word. And he's playing, and I am just more or less doing commentary with him. Like we're conversating back and forth, and he's even letting me make all the choices more or less on what happens to like what the character chooses and all that. And the story is crazy. There's a lot of people who are like, oh yeah, this Cyberpunk game is kind of under par, but I think those people are just like spoiled brats. Like the game is pretty solid. Graphical wise, there are some issues, but and sometimes those issues do kind of break the immersion, if you will. It breaks the immersion tremendously. Can I show this? Or do I have to do this? Oh no, that forwards it. Rather than yeah, I'm gonna do it like that. Save as Legacy's gifts. Christmas gift. There, I'll just save it as Christmas gifts because it's on my phone, but it's going to be small for you guys to see. So for me to properly image, yeah, I'm just gonna call it image, and then I am gonna do this. Media file, Christmas gifts. And fit the screen, and I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna bring that down. But not in front of my face. That won't make no damn sense. All right, so let me see. Hopefully I do this right. 3, 2, 1, boom. There. That's all the gifts I got him for Christmas. Not some of you guys are like, oh, that's not a lot, but like for me, like, you know, it's not about the amount of gifts, is whether or not you hit the point of who you're giving the gifts to, which is one of the reasons why I love Christmas. Christmas is more or less my way of trying to say, okay, do I know my friends and close ones as well as I should? You know, do I get them? And sometimes the gifts might be a little bit more on the idea of what do I want to like promote in the future. Simon says, I even messaged his mom, who did not message me back. No surprise there. I was like, hey, does he have this already? I sent her a picture of this, and I sent her that like 10 o'clock this morning, and she has yet to get back to me on that one. But I'm hoping that if he does have it, then we can play Simon Says through our video session since he's so far away right now. The Avengers card, you can see that right there. You know, actually Bunny helped me get that. Actually, no, wait, Bunny got that. I'm like, that's a great thing. So that's from Bunny. Above that is a loud police car. Yeah. And above that is a supercar. So that's totally awesome. Right next to the Simon Says is a PJ Mask Hero watch. Little digital watch right there he can play with. I know. I think the watch itself says like ages 3 to 6, but like, you know, I definitely want him to still have that imagination, that flair to be young and still want to be like a hero, be good. Maybe I'm just hoping that, you know, I can kind of get him to wear it every time we have visitation. Like, are you ready, PJ? Like, I might even put on PJs every video visitation. Like, are you ready to be a hero today? And to the right of that is the Black Saber, aka the black lightsaber in the Star Wars series, which is a very, 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 very rare lightsaber there. Yes, my geek is showing right now. I don't know too much about it in his background, but I know it's very unique. I know it holds a lot of history in the lore of Star Wars, and I know that I don't know, like, I'm not even sure where I'm gonna go with that. He's gonna be like, oh, this is a cool story. I'm like, hey, by the time he gets it, I'm like, I got a story to tell you about the Mandalorians. A race of people, well, I guess it's more like a group of people who just believe in a certain code. And I guess I kind of want to introduce them to the idea of having a code in life. Something that, like, you know, when you feel lost, you have at least a code to go by. And if it's not somebody else's, at least make it yours, you know? So, maybe I'm just being hopeful. Maybe I'm just, you know, being ridiculous. I don't know, but at the very least, he'll have fun playing with the sword, you know? So, you know, go away. You know, I'm done with you. So, I did that all this morning. Actually, I wrapped his gifts up this morning. And then just this evening, I did everybody here, Chuck Sue's, even Jay, Sierra, even Mouse, the woman who I watch on weekends or every other weekend whenever they need the extra assistance. Her gift, that, however, is a little bit too big, and I ran out of wrapping paper. So I still got to do that, and I was hoping to do that with Sue tonight, but she is actually busy making Christmas cookies, so I'm not gonna stop that because the Christmas cookies are amazing. They're just great. They're just great. I love her cookies. But I guess, like, Linnea dropped by earlier today to drop off Tyler, and she said a couple things, and like a lot of it, you know, I was struggling really hard to kind of, like, you know, how do I say this without really like with it still making sense. James was there too, and James definitely likes poking fun at Linnea. And Linnea likes poking fun, and I don't like being poked at all. Like, not physically poked, but like it's the idea, like, you know, I guess nitpicking, I guess, in a way. Not, I don't have the word for it. I really don't have the word for it. But she was asking questions. She was like, "Oh, why are you moving to this facility? They don't let you have visitors." I'm like, and I'm like, "Where are you hearing this from?" And she's like, "Well, Dad said this," and I'm like, "Well, that's not altogether true. It's not like they don't let me have visitors. It's just right now with COVID, they're just taking precautions to make sure that, you know, the people in the facility are, you know, not at risk of like more or less passing it on to everybody else in the facility. It's not like a group home. It's more like a it's a facility for people who happen to, one, have mental health issues, two, have physical handicaps, three, the elderly, and also for people who happen to have financial difficulties, which happens to be, I happen to fall into that category. And especially with, like, you know, certain circumstances such as the electric bill and everything else like that. And keep in mind, to be able to do this, many, like a lot of the agencies that I am already a part of, many of the agencies that I am linked to, more or less had to sign off on it. And all of them were like, "This is the best idea. This is a great idea, especially with your situation, especially with everything that's going on." And keep in mind, when we started the process, COVID was not as bad as it is, well, as it was a few weeks ago. I've been hearing that it's been going down slowly, not tremendously, but slowly coming down. And because of it still being high, even though it came down, like whenever we talked about it earlier in the month, it was like, well, we can't really allow too much traffic, so we're not really allowing visitors just to come over and just do whatever unless they're on the lease. And it's like, well, I can't put them on the lease because I won't have them for half the year, which is, you know, the guidelines when it comes to that kind of stuff. But whenever COVID comes down and they're able to lift that, I'll be able to have Xavier over it. Now, keep in mind, you guys heard the mess. I was trying to think of a better word, but like literally the mess of the court, the beginning of the month. Like, oh, they know that she, you know, missed meetings, she didn't file paperwork, this, that, and whatever, and they lost paperwork, and because of that, everything gets pushed back. So, you know, I know it's gonna be a while before I even do the face-to-face stuff, let alone the overnight stays. So, like, you know, that could be, like, the face-to-face is probably going to happen, I'm hoping, by springtime, if at the latest summertime. And then, like, overnight stays might happen a little bit after that. And that's going to be, you know, summertime, fall. And then, once again, that's if, you know, they don't keep messing up. if they don't keep giving her slides and like, "Oh, you messed up, that's fine, but just, you know, whatever." I'm like, "Well, I'm here and I got all my paperwork. What do I got?" "Oh, you get an extension." I'm like, "I don't want an extension." I don't want that at all. So, like, so with Linnea kind of going like, "I heard you can't have visitors." I'm like, I'm okay not having visitors. I don't like people just dropping by. Two, if I didn't think that was a good idea, I wouldn't start it, nor would I continue it. Three, all the other agencies, the specialists, the therapists, the mental health professionals, and even my caseworker and my PL, like, "Yeah, this is a great idea for you to be able to move forward. You can't be where you are your entire life. You can't do what you're doing right now and expect to still be able to move forward." So the fact that I feel that Chuck really isn't all that supportive, he's more worried about this whole visitor thing rather than anything else, rather than the fact that, like, this place is not only affordable, but this place is decent. Let me show you the guys this place. And shit, one of my caseworkers is going to be in the video, so I do apologize for that ahead of time. Okay, so you're not really gonna let me do that right now, like that easily, huh? It's gonna be a little bit of a struggle, isn't it? But the place is actually decently big. Now, the video I have here isn't all too long. My phone actually ran out of space, maybe like 30 seconds in. So, like, I didn't have all the, I don't have the entire apartment. Like, I think the only thing missing in the video right now is the bathroom. The bathroom, once again, like, not once again, but like, the bathroom is pretty, like, happily sized. So, I really don't have any problem with the location at all, as I am trying to, I was like, what's that video?
My apartment, kitchen, which is, hey, refrigerator,
boom, right
sink,
there. So right there's the
outlets
kitchen.
on the back over
We always
there.
try moving
Stove
some of
looks very
the
nice. Plug here, I don't really
plates
approve
and
of,
whatnot.
but
Yeah, there's that core. Like
apparently
there's
it
an
is what it
outlet
is.
there. The woman
Plenty
said that
of cabinet
another
space.
oven
Ode,
was there, but they gave me a
fire
new
alarm
oven,
up there,
and
and I
because of
went
the
up
new
there
oven
too.
didn't
This
quite fit the
is the
dynamic of the
living room
room.
area.
That's the living room
I'm
right
gonna
there. Living
guess
room right there. That's my
710
partner,
feet
aka Case
is
Worker there.
diagonal,
She
so
helps me with
it
everything,
changes. But it
everything.
looks like about 12
The
feet
living room is
across.
pretty decently huge.
Outside,
Beautiful view in the back with
wilderness.
all like
Apparently, animals come
the
here, but
landlord
that's
was
for
like, yeah,
people who like
like
animals.
deers. Like it is a
And then the
very
bedroom is over
nature
here.
background kind of thing. Right there's the bedroom
Nice, decent size.
area.
Mainly gonna use it
Decently
for
big size,
Xavier's
especially for someone who, and
quarters,
that's
but
all my
until
work.
the
This
courts
most
say
likely is gonna
that
be
okay,
posted
I'm
all over
probably
the
gonna
wall
use
for
it
me.
as
I'm like a crazy
the
person.
workroom, the
Like I think
dining.
I got the
And
conspiracy down
my
pat.
apartment kitchen,
So
which is
like more or less,
AA.
the place is pretty big. Obviously, you
Refrigerator,
see the
sink,
refrigerator and everything, and the video just goes into a
outlets on the
little.
back over there. Stove looks very nice.
Come on,
Plug here,
go
I don't
away,
really approve of,
go
but
away.
you know,
All right,
currently it is what it is.
good. I'm learning how to do that. So I'm not looking at chat. So if anybody's trying to communicate me through chat, I'm sorry. I'm not looking at it directly. But what I still have left to do, what I still have left, obviously, is to get some furniture in that place. Obviously, I'm not taking this bed. This bed's gonna stay here. I'm gonna get a futon because I'm more related. I'm more comfortable with a futon than anything else. And I'm most likely gonna use the bedroom as either my workspace, where all the crazy conspiracy poster boys go, and where I do the videos or the video chats and the the video logs and everything else. Well, the living room's gonna be where the TV is, and where people would actually first comment like, "Oh, this is a nice, cozy place," and then they go to my bedroom like, "Why are these strings everywhere?" um, or like, "What's this storyboard over here, and what's going on over there?" I'm like, "You're not even supposed to be in this room. Get out!" But like, I want to get a futon. The person you saw in the video, she has a contact. The contact is gonna be able to the contact has a couple dressers. I bought a couple dressers and tables. And it was really just new furniture. Everything else that I have here virtually would just transfer over there. But like keep in mind, this whole room has been my living area, and I've already transferred about half the things in this room over to that place, and it's not even a quarter, not even a tenth filled up. So like I'm like, that place is gonna look empty, but as time goes on, it's gonna obviously have a little bit more personality and everything else like that. But I know that like even Sue's kind of like, I really don't want you to go, and it's like I know with her is a little bit more of her not wanting to let me go, because she has this feeling that I'm probably gonna be like, well, I don't got time to mess, to drop by every day or call you every day like Lenan does, because I'm constantly doing things. I'm constantly doing things, and I know that once I move, I'm gonna be like, okay, well, I won't be doing dog rotations because I want to own a dog. I won't be doing dishes at like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night because I won't have to wait that long. Granted, I don't have to wait that long here, but like I won't have anything else in the way. Like I wait that long here because that's the least amount. That's the time that the least amount of people are around. But there, I'd be like, oh, well, I get to do dishes whenever I want. It could be in the morning, be in the afternoons, whenever I choose to do dishes, rather than it's somebody else's dishes I'm taking care of. And granted, once again, not once again, I keep saying that they don't require me to do anything, but at the same time, I know if I stop doing that, like a lot of things, like, oh yeah, why didn't you do this? Oh, I didn't think it was really my job, but I guess it's like even the whole taking care of Graham wasn't something that I volunteered, that I chose to do. I was more or less volunteered. I'm like, you know what? I guess I could find some time in my schedule to like do help you guys out here. Obviously with me moving out, things will change in that aspect. I think tonight I'm gonna tell Josh. I'm gonna tell him like, yo man, I'm leaving within like a week or two before the New Year's. I'm gonna be gone. So I'm hoping that within like a week or two I'll be able to get that futon that I need, that I want. I really don't need it. I want it. Technically, if I wanted another bed, I can get a bed, but I don't want a bed. I want a futon. It's my place. I want to be able to live the way that I want to live. I also need to get the internet there, because I can't move there without the internet, because everything else that I do and function with requires that. So I think I have enough money currently to be able to do that. this week, but I might try to wait until, no, wait, I'm probably going to try to do it in the first 3 weeks, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm going to try to call him up and set it up. And then the week after, we're going to be like, hey guys, I'm leaving. You know, I told Chuck about it earlier this month, and I'm sure he, like, keep in mind, whenever I told him, he's like, I want to look at the lease, and like my mind's like, I don't see why you need to. He's like, well, I don't want I don't want you to sign your life away. You know, people telling you who you can and cannot come over. I'm like, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with not having guests. I'm like 9 out of 10. If I have meetings, I can go somewhere. Most of the people I have meetings with, I either do teleconferences through the computer, through the phone. Well, through the phone and computer is the same thing for me. And if I need to actually physically go somewhere, I have a car. Which, by the way, I'll get to Project Jeanne in a minute. So like, I don't really have a problem with like, okay, well, if I need to go and actually have meetings, I can have meetings. I don't have to have them in my house, and I don't want people just to come over. So that wouldn't be like, well, what about your girlfriend? Like, 9 out of 10, I want to go to where she's at. So like, you know, how about your friends? Once again, I'd much rather go where they are. Or we might go somewhere and do something there. Or technically, if he wanted to do something, we could find a way to do it through webcam. Like, you know, technology, and especially with current events, like, you know, people have been doing the whole, you know, group watching thing, you know, webcam, Zoom, whatever, through, you know, at home. So like, that just happens to make sense, and it doesn't seem to be a bother to me. So that's not something that I am necessarily really worried about. I guess one of the things, going back to Sue, is the thing that she's worried about is that whenever I leave, like, I had a friend here, Satan, I probably mentioned her a couple of times in the past, who lived a couple blocks away from me, and we were really close. We talked, we texted, and, you know, and he's like, okay, well, yeah, one day we should hang out, and I'm like, even when I said it, like, I wasn't like I was lying, like, I'm not an asshole, like, yeah, sure, yeah, we should hang out. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, but we're not gonna. Not because like I don't want to, or that I think that like whatever. It's like I'm not that kind of person. Like, oh yeah, let's go hang out. For me to go and see my girlfriend is a huge achievement personally for me. For me to be able, yeah, of course I want to see her, but like sometimes it's like, why leave? You know, like we can like with Satan is like, you know, we text, you know, we talk, like, you know, why change what works? So like, you know, and I don't have a problem with that. However, I know Chuck would, and rather than being happy, like, look, I'm glad that you found a place within your price range, with all your difficulties, with all your struggles, with everything that's going on. I'm glad that you have been able to figure out what's going on in your life and how to make it work. He's just gonna be like, well, here's a negative, and this is why you shouldn't do this, and you know, and it just kind of give me more stress, rather than be like, you know what, good luck if you need, like keep in mind, like he sent his son off several states away and hope that he would be able to figure out what he was doing, and he didn't even get off the first step. He was on the first step for like weeks, and was like, okay, I'm ready to come home. I told I told Hunter about that, and he was like, yo, they just paid for him to go down to that place and then pay for him to come back. It's like a vacation. I'm like, different standards for different people, you know, different situations, different environments, and all that, like different scenario. That's the word. So I understand that, but like, I don't know, like, I guess I know that I shouldn't be so concerned about what they think. And honestly, I'm a little bit. Sue's already on my side. She's like, I know you're gonna do it anyway. So you would know that, like, you know, that like she's already come to the part that she's going to accept it. She's sad about it because she's gonna miss me because like we are so close. We do talk, we do converse, and we kind of bounce off each other a lot of times. And with me being gone, it's gonna be like, well, obviously one less person to, you know, help her out and whatnot. Even though there's like, you know, there's Jay, there's other people in the house. I did do a lot because of, like, I know that once I stop moving, he's like, you know, I'm getting kind of tired. You know, I'm just gonna like, and I'll just pass out because I'm that kind of person. Like, if I'm not constantly doing something, then like I'll just pass out. So I always try to find things to do. So I know that Sue's gonna be kind of sad and disappointed about that, but she's not gonna try to prevent me from leaving. Chuck, on the other hand, I'm not saying he's trying to prevent me from leaving, but he definitely has added more stress to the whole scenario than anything else. And it's gonna be one of those things that when I do leave, it's gonna be like, well, fine, if you leave, then don't come back. I'm like, if that's what you want, but I don't want to be not ready for that. I don't want to be like, well, let me go get my shit from upstairs and then find somebody to be able to drive me, like help take some of the heavier stuff and whatnot. I want to be able to like, okay, well, I got a duffel bag up there and that's about it. So I'll see you guys. You know, if I'm leaving, I'm like, okay, I'm leaving about a week. It's like, okay, well, I want you out today. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna get my duffel bag upstairs. You won't have to ever worry about me ever again. I hope it doesn't go that way. I don't want to burn bridges. It's not something that I want to do. It's not something that I care to do. But at the same time, I understand it's his house. He has that right to do so. And I'm currently still here. So, like, if he's like, okay, well, I want you out today, as much as I would be heartbroken by that. And keep in mind, I'm not saying that because I'm some crazy person. This has happened before, where I was just looking at a place about 5 years ago, and he got so mad. It's like, well, you can leave today. I'm like, I haven't even found a place. I was just looking. I haven't even talked to anybody about it. You guys just accidentally happened to look over at my computer. I even forget how they found out about it. But like, you know, he just got so mad about it. I'm like, okay, well, shit, I guess I'm just gonna have to stay here. And ever since then, I've been trying to find the right scenario, and this is the best scenario I found among all the other scenarios. This place is affordable. This place is able to help me figure out a lot of the other financial situations that I happen to be in. It is linked to all my other agencies and resources directly. Like, this is honestly the best next step for me. And honestly, and I've been working on this for months. Like Hunter, like he would tell you, he's been working on this. He even told me, like, dude, you've been working on this for months. The fact that the last minute he wants to be like, oh, what you up to? Oh, I don't approve of that. Where were you? Where was he months ago? Oh, he was off doing his own thing because he's able to control his own life. You need to be able to do the same thing too. And like, yeah. Of course you're right. It's one of those things like, yeah, it makes sense, but like, you know, to actually be the one to execute. It's not easy because, once again, I don't want to burn bridges. I don't want to spit in the face of the people that, like, you know, have been there for me when I needed someone to be there. But lately, and I'm not saying they're not useful, but I'm saying lately I haven't had to need that. They make like I pay my own bills. Like, the only thing, like, right now the internet's theirs, but when I move into my new place, I'll be paying that. The water there, but once I move into my place, I'll be me, everything else. So he should be happy. He should be proud. But like, from our last conversation, he wasn't. So when it happens next week, I'm like, hey, I'm leaving next week. I want to have a lot, like, literally, it's like clothes. I'm probably gonna put all my DVDs and CD stuff into the suitcase, and it will all fit in there too. All of it will fit in there, and maybe the Xbox will fit in there too. And I can move all. Like, I won't move the Xbox because I probably still use that, but like the DVDs I won't use. And I might even be able to take down some clothes and put that there. Once again, the biggest thing I probably would need would be furniture. I'm working on that, but you know, if I get a futon, I'm good. And then with the futon, and then oh yeah, A's contact's able to get me a desk too, so I'll be able to do something like this. Until then, I'll have to, like, you know, figure something out. But like, it's coming together. It's coming together a little bit slower than I would like it, but it's still coming together. I'm still gonna miss them tremendously, and I talked about them way longer than I thought I would. So let me move on to the next thing. Project Jeanne. Told you guys about that. Well, I got her inspected. They were able to weld most of the frame to a acceptable level for me to get the car inspected, which costs. Originally, it was supposed to cost $500. He was like, okay, well, looking down underneath it, and you've been coming, like, he was like, you've been coming to us real regularly. So, like, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, I'm gonna work with you on it. And then, like, he said, like, looking at it again, it's not gonna cost $500. He lowered it down to like $400. I was able to pay half of that, half and then some, actually. And then he's like, yo, man, every month we pay a little bit here, a little bit here. I'm like, man, I'm good for it. Because, like, I swear, every time I go down there, I always think, like the way I see them work, I'm like, if this place was a chop shop, I'll be all about it. I'll be like, yo, we are about to jack all of this small town USA. And we'll do it quick. We'll be in and out like nothing. Like, I'm thinking Fast and Furious in my head. I'm like, these guys are legit. Don't worry. That's my mind playing fantasies and whatever. But like, yeah, just they're able to work with me, so I'm definitely able to pay that off, and that makes me happy that I'm able to kind of handle that situation a lot better. Like I was panicking a lot because I'm like, man, my car inspection, fixing stuff, it's gonna be so and then it's like, yeah, man, no, we got you, I'm like, thank you. So like, so that's taken care of. Matter of fact, yesterday, this week, it started like Wednesday. The day my girlfriend Bunny had her birthday, the day I was gonna go down and be like, yo, surprise, I know I wasn't scheduled to be down here, but I just want to say, yo, what's up, was when we got that blizzard. And I'm like, oh, so I, like, the entire day I sent her like a lot of like video chat, like video messages and whatever. Be like, hey, I love you, hey, I miss you, hope you're doing well, happy birthday, you mean the most to me. Like, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna subject you guys to the love of boo and I do to my girl, but like, it's tough being like away from her and kind of being like, well, I kind of have to be here because one, this is where I live. Two, they might need me, but if I get my own place, it's like, well, no one here needs me, so I'm gonna go over and hang out with my girlfriend. I might be back to do video calls, meetings, and what have you, but like, in all honesty, if I want to go, I don't want to have to worry about, well, I should be here in case something goes down or whatever, because usually whenever I leave, something goes down. But if I'm moving forward, or if I'm moving on, I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about that, and I have to I'll just do my own thing. So, and now that obviously I have a car that I don't have to worry about, the headlights work, and no longer like, I don't have to hold on to the tire with the wheel. The wheel's so tight because sometimes the tire just, I'm like, that's not good. So like, it drives great. I think the only thing I probably might want to do if I have enough money is get new hubcaps on her, because with the snow that we had, like the car, Jeanne was covered because of the blizzard. I didn't clean it out the first day. I didn't clean it out the second day, because the second day I was helping Sue and Chuck clear out their entire driveway and alleyway, and trying to do my own meetings. Granted, I didn't do the most on that. Honestly, Chuck's son did the most of it. Sue did a lot of it too. Uncle Donnie came down. He had like a lawnmower for snow, a snowblower. Used that. Friday we went down and got Granddad. We're gonna see if we can help him with his plow. He fixed his plow. It's like, yo, I figured out a solution, and he did it and fixed it. So Chuck had us go down to his mom's place, and we did their entire driveway too. And whenever I got back, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna relax a little bit. And so it was like, yo, can you please come with me? Can you please come with me to the store? I'm like, all right, but like, I really won't be able to do too much. Like, I was still trying to like catch up because I had several meetings that day. So instead of having those meetings, I was helping out Chuck's mom do the driveway, because like, who else could be able to help Granddad like I do? So, I was trying to catch up. So like, as she's driving down to the grocery store, I'm making notes and trying like, okay, I need to do this, I need to do that, figure this out, yada yada yada. Come back, and I'm looking at my car, and I'm like, yo, I spent 2 whole days taking care of other people's stuff, and my car is still covered in snow. I'm gonna take care of my own shit. And like, Simon's like, no, it wasn't Simon, because Simon was like, yeah, why don't you? I think myself out, like, as I'm working, I'm like, I'm glad no one else is out here, because it's no one else's responsibility. And I think James was like, well, you should ask somebody to help you. I'm like, if I have to rely on other people to do that kind of shit that I do, I'm always going to be waiting. I'm always going to be sitting on the sidelines waiting for someone else to jump in to help me out. If I just rely on myself to do it, it would actually get done. So like, as I'm like still slightly it's not anger. I wasn't angry that like no one else was coming out to help, because it's my car. Is what I do for my own car. Why am I gonna expect them to do stuff for me? It's my stuff. I do stuff for me. And even if someone will come out like, yo, do you need help? I'll probably be like, no, get out of here. This is my car. This is my situation. I don't need you or anybody else to come up here like, well, we helped you that one time, because I don't do that. But I know everybody else does that. So I did that last night, and she looked great today. Took her out to try to ship out the gifts. That didn't work. Since I showed up, I was just a tiny bit late to send out my son's gift. So that was annoying. I need to call the courts on the no, I don't need to call the courts. I'm not going to call the courts because it's the holiday season. They're probably going to lose paperwork again anyway. No, what I'm probably going to do come the new year, I'm going to I need to call and see if I can have a video call If they say, no, you gotta come in, I'll come in, but I want to see if I can do the next thing as a video call. But if the next thing's with the psychiatrist, it only makes sense for me to show up. So I'm gonna obviously show up for that. And then after that is gonna be another 3 to 4 months of us waiting to get a court date to talk to be in front of the judge, because I'm pretty sure she's not gonna, like, in front of the psychiatrist, she's not gonna be like, you know what, I thought about it, he's right. Like, if she says that, my mind's just gonna be like, I don't know what's going on. Am I in the Matrix? What's going on? She's probably gonna say, like, yeah, I'm still not okay with this. I'm gonna, like, you've seen the plan, you know where I'm gonna stand. If the courts have to make a decision about it, I'm okay with that. I'd much rather them make a decision about it, because if you mess up, then I was just gonna say if you mess up, then they'll hold you responsible. But then again, she missed the meetings and didn't do paperwork. You know, like, oh no, we'll take it. You know what? You come to the back room. We'll help you with that. And I'm like, I came. I did. You guys lost. Like they didn't even lose the paperwork that I did. They lost the part of the application process. And I'm like, that's not my fault. Why should I have that with me? Why should I have that with me? So, like, I can't even say that the courts would be like, okay, well, if she fucks up, they'll hold her accountable. They might just be like, okay, well, we're just gonna help you out. I'm like, I'm here though. I've been here. I'm the one who has the proposal. What does she have? She has a no. That's all she. I'm gonna start getting into a rant. So I need to pull myself back, calm myself down, and be able to prepare myself for the coming battle, because it's gonna be harsh and all the cards are gonna be stacked up against me. But that's okay. I will not fault. Well, I will not waver. I will not shake. I will do whatever it takes. All right, so that's. I talked a little bit about my personal life. I'm going through my notes right now. By the way, Jeanne's probably only gonna last another year. Gonna last one more year, because the rust underneath is not. It was a patch job. It's not a restoration. So, like, you know, I'm 2021. I'm gonna have to find another car, which is so sucky, because I love Jeanne. I would love Jeanne better if she had a spoiler, hood scoop, maybe flares on the side. Oh, not flares. Yeah, flares. Yeah, flares on the side. Oh, sorry, fantasizing. Fast and Furious fantasizing. Back it up. All right, I might just have to get another car in the future. Right now, I got my plate already filled up. I got a lot of things I need to take care of on the side. I think I might have mentioned the idea that me and Hunter have been doing this live stream on Twitch, on Cyberpunk. Really, really fun game. Which I am actually putting that in the description right now. For anybody who's interested. Not many people are gonna be, but that's okay. At least I know it's there. I also downloaded the video, so I might do some editing when I get to the new place, when I have my own internet, so I'm not fighting. Like, Chuck has a radio station virtually downstairs that he's running from downstairs, multiple computers, using, like, remote controlling multiple computers from his one hub, because COVID, and that's just kind of how he works. He's virtually running an entire, like, not just one radio station, but multiple. Man, he's managing multiple radio stations through his computer. So, like, you know, I'm kind of sometimes struggling for, like, Wi-Fi signals and what have you. So, like, I'm trying really hard to not trying really hard. What am I trying to say? I'm excited to look forward to the idea that when I get my internet, it's gonna be me, me and, like, my 1, 2, 3, 4 devices, maybe 6. That's gonna be all those 6 devices will be mine. No one's gonna be like, yo man, can I borrow your internet? Nah, man, unless you're gonna be putting down some money, because I pay for that. You know, I'm running a lot of stuff through here. Unless you're gonna try to compensate me for, you know, the inconvenience. I don't think I'll be doing that. But thank you for visiting, and get the fuck off my front door. We ain't supposed to have visitors. Get out. Yeah, that's kind of it. I've talked for about 41 minutes. I haven't had a cigarette. I haven't even had a drink. This will be my first gulp right here. And I still need to make goals for 2021. I'm thinking about making a webisode, which is like maybe 5 episodes about a detective who has the idea. I think I mentioned that last year. and I just haven't had the time to be able to formulate that. But I think I'm going to formulate that a little bit more in 2021. Show a cop who has DID, and for like however I ended up the cop being able to, one, depict how his DID helps him solve cases, and two, how the police allow somebody with mental health problems help him solve cases. Like, I don't want it to be like, oh yeah, he really just like a like what Sherlock Holmes is, a consulting detective, maybe, or I might make him like make the main character end up being like that, but he's still a detective. I don't know. I just ideas playing in the head, just trying to figure things out. This video is number 32 of this week 50. I have 2 more weeks. Is it week 50? I swear to God. Is it week 50 or is it week 51? I almost want to say it's week 51. It is. It's week 51. So let me change that. Delete. Boom. Week 51. I literally have 1 more week to make 7 videos, and I'll be able to actually hit my video log of 40 videos in the year 2020, which is interesting because 20 plus 20 equals 40. Oh, I didn't think about it. It just happened to be a number, I guess, because I started the goal late. The 20 goal late. So, like, you know, I was like, okay, you know, if I do one every week, at the time that I came up with the idea, 1 or 2 every week, I should be able to make 40 a year. So technically, I can try to push it. I don't know what I'll talk about in the next 12 days. 12, like, I don't want to like make a video. I'm like, yeah, hi, here, see ya, bye. Like, unless something happens, I'm not sure I'm gonna make 7. Oh God. Like, well, I'm just going real quick over what I talked about. The Legacy Project, mentally preparing for future court hearings. Forms and game plans, and personal life, being that I miss my girlfriend tremendously. Like, we were able to was it last week? And no, it was the weekend before last weekend. No, it was last weekend because I'm here this weekend. We did the Christmas tree. Well, they did it already. We added more to the Christmas tree. That's what we did. We added more to the Christmas tree. We spent you know, a lot of time. Even Princess spent time with me watching YouTube videos. We were playing games. She was actually cuddling up with me on the couch. Bunny thought that was adorable. We took pictures. It actually felt like I'm part of a family again. So, like, I love those moments. I really do. There are also other moments that I'm like, I have to understand that I'm not even the stepdad. I am just Bunny's boyfriend. Not saying that I don't want that title. I'm not saying I'm also not trying to say that I'm trying to overstep at all. But I have to understand that Rome wasn't built in a day. I at the very most, I just want to be part of her growing experience. I don't want to be her new dad. That's not my intention. Because she has a dad, and he's still in the picture, and I'm happy that he's making the effort. Even though Bunny sometimes gets mad about, you know, some way he takes care of things, I'm like, look, at least he's here. At least he is physically here. There are a lot of dads like, please, I couldn't get out fast enough. But like, he's still here, so like, you know, I don't want to take his spot, and I know being dad right now, and you know, my son's with his mom, I don't want some other dude trying to be like, yo man, I'm your new stepdad. I'll be like, I'm about to come down there and get another case. Get a brand new case at the head of all this. No, like, but I do understand, like, I understand both positions. What I want to do is just be helpful. I want to be a positive force, a positive energy in Princess's life. And I think that Bunny's ex-husband now is going to appreciate that. Also, side note, just putting that out there, 2021 is going to be the year I actually get divorced. Little side note, so I can let you guys off real quick now, because I've been talking about 46 minutes, a little bit more whenever the timer catches up. My son's mom filed for divorce. I made a video about it. If you actually go back and type in, like, Nicholas Spencer divorce or whatever, it'll show up. You'll see me bawling tears and all that, signing the paper. Like, it took me a lot to sign the paperwork. So I signed the paperwork. I even took pictures and put them on Twitter that I mailed them out. She got them. She confirmed that she got them. She sent them to the courthouse at the time that she lived at another location. Since she filed those paperwork, she moved. And apparently she's like, yeah, they messed up. So I called them when I was calling about the other forms that I needed to take care of. I called them like last week, and I was like, hey, there was this case, the divorce case. The case number is number, letter, number. They're like, okay, yeah. That didn't go through. I'm like, okay, what was the problem with that? And the receptionist, and I'm not gonna put the name out there, I have the name in front of me actually, I'm looking at it right now, but like, she was like, yeah, the person who filed that messed up bad. I'm like, woo, okay, cool, that means I'll just do it, because, like, once again, coming back to the idea of the Jeanne in the snow, it's like, okay, if I expect other people to do things, I'm always gonna be waiting. I honestly found out that the divorce didn't go through a couple months back, like 2-3 months back. I'm like, I'm already dealing with the Legacy Project, Operation Relocation, Project Jeanne, Second Chance Gaming. Like, I was dealing with a lot of different things back to back. I really didn't have enough to add more to my plate. Come 2020, seriously, come January, Operation Relocation will be done. Project Jeanne, I won't be able to do much. Honestly, Project Jeanne would be a brand new project. Because it would be the idea of, like, okay, what do I need to do to save up to get another vehicle? The Legacy Project also is going to be ongoing, but like it's going to be transforming from stage 1, which should have been only 3 to 6 months, which is now going on the 3rd year. We're going to the second step on that one. So like I'm working on that still. So like this idea of a divorce that I'm going to do, I actually will have time in 2020 to January. I actually asked Bunny if she would be able to help me, because I'm still trying to figure out a nice code name for the divorce process, and she's like, Dragon Slayer. I'm like, no, that makes it sound cool. I don't want cool to be associated with this, not at all. But like, I'm still trying to think about it, like, I don't know, Operation COVID. I don't know. Operation Eradicate. I really don't know yet. If you guys have any kind of suggestions, let me know. Message me, leave a comment, whatever. But I think that's about it. I'm probably going to end this video log. I'm probably going to start packing up my DVDs and CDs and VGs all up in here. At that point, the only thing that needs to stay here until my very last day, this computer, TV, Xbox. That can go. That all can be packed into there. This needs to come with me. So I might need to buy a tote. One singular tote to put everything else that matters into that tote and bounce. So I might be able to take care of that in the next couple of days. Who knows? Once again, I need furniture. I need the internet to be able to fully move into there. Like they would have let me live in there the first of the month. Actually, now I think about it, yeah, I could have just stayed in there, but like I literally had no furniture. Something that Jay is currently kind of dealing with, like, he wants to do this. Like, once again, I haven't told him, but like he wants to move. But he's like, if I move, I got no furniture. I'm like, well, you ain't gonna get furniture. You don't got a place to put it. But yeah, I better get going and take care of some things before those things take care of me. Bunny, if you're watching this, I love you. Matter of fact, I'm showing you guys this pendant that she gave me is seriously the one thing that keeps me strong whenever I'm feeling weak and defeated. Right here. Love it tremendously. Superman right here. Sorry, because hold on. Zip. Superman right here. Hope. This is a reminder that there's always going to be a dark side that I'm constantly fighting. You don't recover. You just get better at fighting. And obviously, the other side of my heart, which, oh my god, I just flung you. You gonna be difficult right now? The other side of my heart that Bunny has. Bunny has the other side, and it's actually, I have the white side. She has the black side. But when you put it together, it looks like a heart. But yeah. lately with the amount of stress and everything, I haven't really been relying on Chakutsu because they have their own things going on. Like I said, my sister Linan got, you know, putting some stuff in my head and all that stuff. Like, still trying not to be mad about that. And it's not her fault. It is her fault because it's her actions, but like I don't think I'm gonna say it's not her fault so that it doesn't blow back on me. So it's not her fault. I don't want no drama. I don't want someone like, what did you mean by that? Like, I just gonna be like, god damn, I shouldn't say anything. But it's too late. It already came out of mouth. Geez, I realize I talk fast sometimes too, so I apologize sometimes for that. I realize that whenever I look back on the videos that me and Hunter do on Cyberpunk, and it's like, I talk really fast sometimes, and I'm amazed that even I understand what I'm saying, and I said it. But yeah, I'm missing my girlfriend bad, but we're learning. But we are learning. And growing. There we go. And gaming with Hunter. There we go. Pre-notes, post-notes, noted. Save that, bada bing, bada boom. And it is saved. Now that it's saved, I'm about to end this stream. So thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you guys hopefully in a few days. Alright, catch y'all later. Peace. Wait, maybe I should end the stream first. That might make sense.